All right. I think it is 5:10 in Dubai. I think 6:40 in India. We shall start our New Year session. This is the first, not the first session, but the first learning session for the year 2022. So today is 1st January 2022. And this particular session is dedicated for awareness and understanding of the energy. We will review that what we have gone through collectively in 2021, and we can also have the question answer, and you can share your own experiences briefly so that we don't exceed much time. And then we'll go into explaining that what the 2022 is bringing energetically, from the higher level, and then what are the methods or strategy we'll take individually to take the maximum benefit out of it. So this is totally this session, because it's going to be a little longer. So we decided to have a separate session, and every new year I used to give a voice message. Now we decided from this year it should be an interactive message, so that you can clarify things, and you can, if something is not understood, you can ask me, I can clarify, and so that we move on from there. So this is not a weekly session. This is basically the new year message, new year review, past year review, and coming year forecast, you can say energetically. All right. So so we'll start our this learning session. So I hope you have already done, but I request you to keep your microphone in mute mode. So if not, please do that. And we'll continue so that other don't get the sounds from some other. I don't see anybody. I'm just in confirming that please make sure you are in a mute mode. If you ask any question, just raise your hand to bring my attention. Then I will call your name. Then you can ask your questions, or you can share something. But I will prefer you share your own experiences rather than what is available in the media or something. So that is not our point of interest. I will explain you why. All right. So now I just as a, as a culture, a social culture. So I wish you a very happy and blessed new year ahead, 2022. Let the blessings of Master always shower on you, your family members, and so that we can walk the path of light, and the light of awareness takes us the destiny, ultimate destiny of our soul, which is going back to the source. We get the light to go to that path, and also we operate this year from the pure love, and that I will come back to that on this pure love. In fact, we will not, it is not intended to use love or to love somebody or get love, or nothing to do with that. No transaction. To be love, be the embodiment of love. We are human being, and human being is created out of pure love energy of divine feminine. And this year, the year, what I have also posted one small message in the Facebook, what I got intuitively, this is year of Shakti. Shakti is a divine feminine power. So all qualities of the feminine energy will excel, will propel. Like it is nurturing, caring, all this motherly nature. Babaji's guidance we already have. Babaji's sister Mataji is guiding us regularly. Many of us, we have the regular communication. So all these things are the key features of this coming year. So it is a blissful year ahead. And I will explain that when I come to the next year's energy, and then we explain different aspects of it. Now, let us start. What are the collective experiences or learnings we are having in 2021 as a humanity? We know what happened. We know in 2020 what happened, and 2021 happened. I'm not going into this COVID thing. Yeah, I'm just talking about the effect of that, what we have learned out of that, because that is, nothing happens in the world without any reason. Okay, everything has a purpose. So question is whether we understood the purpose, we learned our lessons or not. That is the only difference. And today I will go through that, and we will see that what we have learned and what we have not learned yet. Okay, so based on that, it will depend which is the level of our progress in the forthcoming era. First thing is that 2021 taught us the purpose of that kind of energy. Yeah, I'm not talking good, bad. I'm not in the duality. You may like it, you may don't like it. That doesn't matter. Liking, disliking will go. I'm saying purpose of that energy. First thing is to drop your belief system. Whatever belief system you had earlier, 5 years back, 10 years back, all get dropped last year. You have some idea, you have concept. Those things, it is this kind of energy. In the beginning of the year, I have explained that year 2021 is a year of renewal, rejuvenation, rebirth. So how rebirth will happen? Rebirth already happened for many, but the dropping of old belief systems, which doesn't work anymore. I will go into little detail on different aspects of it. Whatever your belief system you had, the old one, nothing worked. We need to find out new way. Even we did find out new way of meeting, right? New way of gathering together. We found a solution. We are in touch. We could not travel, fine. So that old belief system that to have some spiritual gathering, we need to travel and meet somewhere, those have been broken. Okay. It does not mean that we didn't have. Necessity is the mother of invention. We invented a new method, how to be in touch, how to convey the things, how to transfer this kind of energy. Because of this, already 5 years back, almost, I got Babaji's blessings to have, and Mataji, of course, regularly guiding. That was called intention healing or remote healing. I didn't understand that why it is so important, why it is coming to me and the different techniques are given. Now I understood that the reason that we are getting prepared, but some time will come when actually that physical proximity, that energy transfer will not possible. So those have been geared up with the remote healing, that this practicing that they're ready, and many people, thousands of people, they need healing. So the masters had been prepared for that, and healing has been sent. So not what they think is for their, for their good. It is the healing has been sent for their best interest. They may not be knowing by themselves as well. So those has been taken care of. Old belief systems has been removed so that new system can be installed. So first thing we have to let go is our old belief system, or belief system is altogether. That just reminds me of one, you know, uh, one message of Guruji Prem Nirmal. He was, in one of his messages, he says that if you believe you are not enlightened, you are not. If you believe you are enlightened, you are still not enlightened. If you believe that I am enlightened, then you are still not enlightened, because I is still there. As long as belief system is there, enlightened is not possible. Any kind of belief, it doesn't matter, good belief, bad belief, religious belief system, or even spiritual belief system, no belief system. It is a liberation from that belief system that makes you enlightened, not under shackle of any kind of dogma or rules and regulations and these kind of things. If there is no rule, just I'm saying that, think of that. If there is no rule, then what is the governing principle of your life? You are self-driven, self-motivated, self-guided, self-protected. That is the state this situation wanted to bring out of you. You have a potential, but you never believe that you have it. So finally, belief system has to go so that you can face yourself. Earlier, I'm sure many of you experienced, I too experienced, I could not sit silently alone for a long time, yeah, because then our analysis, my self analysis comes back, yeah. How good I am, what I am doing, what is the purpose, am I on the right track, or same things like that. I could not take that kind of thoughts before. I could not face myself. I used to play music or something and going to watch television, do something to occupy the mind so that I don't come back to the self-evaluation. See, in what our habit pattern is, we are avoiding even to face ourselves. Forget about others. Other doesn't matter. Others don't exist in the spiritual domain. We even cannot be silent and self-analyze ourselves because we don't have the guts to face us. We can hide from everyone else, not from ourselves, not from our consciousness, our conscience. We learned about something in different religion or different culture. They have, after death, you go to the judgment day or something, Chitragupt, some of you being laced or faced with judgment day. Face in the Islam there is a judgment day, and the Christian also there is all those kind of things. Who is there on the other end? Who is reading the list, what you have done, what you have not done? It is you only. There is nobody else called Chitragupt. Chitra is a picture, Gupt is a hidden. You are that who is analyzing your life path. The soul decided as per your karma to design the next life. Nobody else is designing for you. It is you who is designing. When you see what you have done, you cheated so many people, you have done so many wrong things, you disturb the energy. You yourself voluntarily go there to do the compensatory thing to neutralize the energy. Because otherwise, you're energetically, you will be permanently disturbed. That you cannot afford. So it is you only design that. Whatever you think so-called punishment you are getting, it is you who designed that, nobody else. People say, God is punishing me. God doesn't have time to punish you. Okay. God has no time. Higher dimension, there is no time. So how can God have time to punish you? Okay. So it is you who are designing all those kind of things, and it is your soul who creating the situation to learn things experientially, not theoretically. Theoretically, everybody knows. All souls knows everything. You are come here not to soul level, not to know anything new, rather than to experientially understand it. Anyway, so let me go to further. Okay. Then another thing, second, what I feel that in the past year, your your value system, the right and wrong, that has been challenged. Because your value system, and most likely it is get dropped, it came to some other level, your own individual feeling, your inner feeling is the most thing to be trusted about. Earlier, what used to happen, our sense of right and wrong it came from our childhood conditioning, social conditioning, political conditioning, and educational conditioning. So much we are into this duality of right and wrong. Then finally it is taken over by the media. Media is to teach us how to look at things. This is the kind of enslavement. I'm not talking about the news media, any kind of media which is outside you, even social media. Last year, what happened? It is so much of conflicting versions of anything. Then we get discouraged to take it as a basis of finding it right or wrong. There are many people, they have stopped even, watching TV. I'm one of them. So much of things. There is another reason. So much of versions, because it is not in the totality. They will give you half part, half these things, or opinion of something about someone, about something. And that makes you, you develop your opinion. So what is the risk of that? If you keep on feeding this kind of information, then you will not trust of your own feelings. All of us, we have an instrument. The truth has a power to attract by itself. If somebody is saying something, it doesn't matter who is speaking. But your internally you have instrument, oh no, so there is some truth in it. The truth has a power to attract itself. End of it, the truth shall prevail. Satyameva Jayate. Why? Because this is our true nature. We cannot digest contaminated food for long. End of it, the purity has to come to heal you. So what was happening, what we learned, why many people have stopped going into the, this news and this and that. Earlier, we used to say our father or grandfather, the first thing they used to do is open a newspaper and read the newspaper. And it goes in the order, grandfather gets it first, then the father, and then the uncle, and so on and so forth. Then finally it comes to the ladies and children in the home if they are interested to read anything. All this dependency has gone. Why they have gone? Because these versions are not serving us anymore. We are creating so much of polarization, two extremes, then the whole system becomes useless for us. And suppose we experience people who have followed that, they thought it is a cause, the cause as to what fighting for, they attached it emotionally. I'm not saying good or bad. Anything, any one of these opinions, if you are following, people come to know very fast that what is the type of thing you are following, what you are interested in. Facebook has whole algorithm. So they have a whole data to find out you are in that category. Forget about Facebook. In general, it is we giving an opening to somebody else to come, and whatever I'm emotionally attached to, whatever I'm supporting, yeah, we'll get exploited through that. Somebody else will come and exploit for their own advantage, their own benefit, not for you, not for the cause. When the time will come, whether they're supporting the cause or not, nobody is there to support the cause. So they're using the cause to use you. In last year, we have understood it. We are not going into that kind of stuff which can ignite that kind of force and energy to support something outside. Only we support something which is created by me, believed, not believed, trusted, and our own internal instrument supports it. Also, we have the limitation. I said, this is my contribution, I leave it there. This change has already happened. We have taken the power back from those who are using us to us back. So people share this with each other with no expectation from anyone for anything. But this forms a strength in the humanity to come under this, which is no longer controlled by anyone else. And what was the technique used to control you? Simple, by installing fear. We also learned how to drop out of fear-based control system, simply not accepting the fear. So we are going towards bringing up something from inside us, which is a pure love, the infinite source of pure love. Fear is absence of love. We are bringing it in to make us look at the world, our fellow human being, with the eyes of pure love, or by heart, by compassion. Doesn't matter how much we do, doesn't matter. Even if we change it a little bit, help someone, one guy, one person, unknown person, that's good enough. So that kind of approach is coming so that we don't get exploited by anyone. We have to trust our own feeling. This another area, this is very important area. There is a massive transformation has already happened last year with your sense of security. What you think your security is earlier. Earlier, our security was maybe some job. Our job is our security. Our relationships. I cannot live without this person, that person. I need that support. Our earning capacity, our property, our position, materialistic position, or whatever the social or political power we may have, we can exercise with thinking this is our source of the power. All these has been challenged and taken away. Those are no longer contributing to your sense of security. So those have been completely realigned. Taken away does not mean that it will be physically out of you, but your perspective of that has been completely changed. The way it used to work, it has been completely changed. You understood that these are not the true security. So the question is, what is then the true security? It's all aiming at coming back to your own strength, which is something inside you, which is unchangeable. It is an infinite source. All these are designed to find that out. Something that nobody else can manipulate, nobody else can steal it from you. That reminds me of one small story. Earlier days, people used to walk for different places, no? And there is some small hard resting places, and what is they call, motel type of stuff. In the villages, they have small hut. People used to stay the night there. Next, again, start in the forest walking. So there is one guy who was carrying some kind of one bag full of gold. So, and then there is a thief. He was following that other person. So that man who with the gold, he checked in that resting place, Sarai Khana. So it's one big hall. People are, sleeping there. Next morning they get up, then go. So then the thief also entered to that Sarai Khana and stayed in the same room, means the hall, the multiple beds are there. So then at the night when everybody is sleeping, then the thief wake up and searching for the gold. Or he made some kind of, chloroform sort of thing so that nobody can wake up. Everybody is senseless. Then they searched everything about that man, his bag, his, the head and below the bed, side of the bed, remove all the, clothes, bed cover, bed sheet and all, bag, empty position, nothing. Then checked everybody else's bed, everybody else's, cupboard, the bag and everything. He could not get it. After a few hours, he himself got tired and, he slept. Then the next morning, people wake up. The man who had the gold, he simply go and take the gold below the pillow of the thief. Okay, he take that bag out of the pillow of where the thief was sleeping and take it out and simply go away. This is how we operate, like the thief. We search everywhere for the gold. It is within us. That part we don't see. That man who was carrying the gold, he knew he will search everybody. He will use all his techniques, but he will not search himself. So same here. Whatever we look in the outside world, even the sense of security will go. This is the height of experience we can get. Personally, I also faced it. When you say 10 years of saving, something happened, somebody has not given me, something like that. So that sense of security has gone. That is the last sense of security associated with that saving has gone. So it does not mean that we'll end our life. We'll find a way. We'll find a way and charai with it. We'll keep walking. Things will come and go, but the life will not stop. Anyway, so this is the major transformation happen about our sense of security, what we considered as our security. Whether it is a bank balance, whether it is some relationship with someone, or all these things will be tested, tried last year, and it has been rejuvenated, reinvented. Something might have gone, let go. Something is been reinvented. Something has to stay. It has been reinvented, and the staying differently. Also, we learn with one of our teaching that your peace of mind is the highest treasure you can have. It is nothing to do with right and wrong. Even if I was telling that any given situation, if you face that, the right thing to do, and your peace of mind, you always choose your peace of mind. This right and wrong, to be right is also an addiction. And right and wrong, as per your perception, that is also a maya. Your peace of mind is more precious than to be right. Do your duty to be right and things like that. However, I'm not saying that you don't do right thing or you don't do your duty. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is not at the cost of your peace of mind. If doing that, you have to lose your peace of mind is not worth doing. But if you can do that and maintain your peace of mind, of course, yes. Yeah, go ahead. This thing, which is more important, we learned it in last year. We may shout, we may fight or whatever, end of the day, nobody is there to listen to all these things. So it is your peace of mind will be the more powerful thing to have it. Because no one else is there to accept your tantrum anymore. Doesn't matter. All nautanki stop. Okay. If you're angry, that is also fine. If you're not angry, that is also fine. Indirectly, it doesn't matter. How people are reacting, it doesn't matter. As long as I maintain my peace of mind. We learned it last year. Now, collectively, human beings are moving towards mass awakening. Many of the mass awakening already happened. What is the awakening is all about? It is all about going from doing to being. Our full importance of our life full of doing, to-do list, to do this, that, and all this kind of stuff. Those are only the being. As one of them I just mentioned, your sense of security comes from the being. Connected with your higher self, to whom you are, your soul consciousness with you, so many thousands of lifetimes. It is persistent, it is constant. Things will come and go. Other things in the external come and go. And definitely it will go end of this life. But only thing is persisting is your soul consciousness. Once you find it out, then you will be connected with that infinite source and the energy and that power which will govern you, will govern your life. So you will be clear what is needed from your expectancy of this life. You go to the soul's plan, you just walk on that path. You will not waste time, or we call it detour, here and there, and wasting time in a few lifetimes maybe. It's no longer needed. You are focused, you are working, and you'll be self-realized. That is the best possible thing can happen in this life. And Guru Mandala is sending their representatives to guide you there at each and every step. And you will get what you deserve, what you prepared for. A door will not open unless until you desperately knocking at the door. Because if the door automatically opens, you will not have any value of that door. You will not learn anything. So when you are desperate enough, you are giving your 100%, things will open for sure. Now the last point I'm just wanted to mention, that all these lessons, whatever already you have learned, or you meditate and find out on your own, what else lesson I need to learn from last year. If there is still something I have not learned completely. Please bring it forward. Let me learn the lesson and move on. Let us complete that chapter. And also, whatever still is not working in your life, let go energetically. Not working, just let it flow. Let it flow by on its own. Don't try to hold on something which is not working. Let it find its own way to settle itself. Then something new will come out of that. When we put plowing the land, we disturb the surface of the land, and that gives a chance to put the new seed, and the new harvest will come from there. So don't say, no, 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 I should not disturb the land. That is a foolish. Just explore whatever changes necessary. You do it. That will be the foundation for the next way forward in your life. All right, I will just stop here. And if you have any question to ask in this regard, please ask this. Or if you have something to share, you are welcome to share about that. No? All right. Yes, Shomnath.
Pranam, I would like to share an experience I had last year primarily since 2020 December onwards when I am in proximity with you. And primarily last 21, I had multiple experiences. Every day I experience, and it's like sometime I feel like I got the language also while doing this. It's like meditative orgasmic nectar I keep on drinking. I keep on taking holy deep in ocean of bliss. That's what I feel is the right word. Every day I'm blessed with that kind of meditative experiences. Thank you. Thank Mavatar Babaji, Mataji, Amar Jyoti ji, Guruji Prem Nirmal, Guruma, Bharti Guruma, Bharti Nirmal, and the entire Guru Mandala. And this would not have happened without your blessed presence. But the incident, what I would rather experience, what I would like to share is what I experienced on the evening or night of Diwali. Generally, you are probably aware that I am having a fasting on no moon day and full moon days. So, and from childhood, I am having fasting on Diwali nights. So on that day, in some time, usually I go to visit a temple in Dubai, and on that day also I visited. And I sat there for a meditation, just a meditation without Kriya, because temple is busy place, and although there is a place to sit there for few persons, but doing a proper kriya in that busy area is kind of a difficulty. So I didn't try to venture into it. I straight away, you are aware that for some time I was starting my meditation with couple of mudras, which is like Khechri mudra and Sambhavi mudra together, and keeping it for some time, and thereafter I straight went into 6-step meditation and added with one of the meditation you have taught us in this weekly sessions, that cleansing of chakras, all chakras individually, and all that, all the details. So I kept on doing that, the same meditation I did in the temple as well. And during that process, it was not the first time. Second time, I had a feeling that uh, like a lightning rays which passed all through, and it was a continuous, like it was there for minutes, if not 5 minutes plus or minus, which is penetrating from bottom of my root chakra to the top of my sahasrara. It was a continuous ray or a beam of light, continuously prevalent along my susumna nari or parallel to it. And that was like unprecedented kind of, it was only once happened in during the meditation in my home, where I do every day in the morning. And as because temple has a closing time, so I had to I had to come out of the meditation, and then I came out, and there is a travel time of almost like 1 hour from the temple to my home. So during that entire travel time, I was traveling through local RTA bus, and in that bus, on and off, I was losing sense of being the sense of the circumstances. Like I was not even having that sense that I am traveling in a bus, as if I am roaming around, swimming in the ocean of experience, ocean of bliss. And now, because there was some kind of a awareness or consciousness which was cautioning me that I have a bus stop, I have a bus to change, and I have a bus stop to get down and then take another bus. So, like after 10 minutes, I was coming back to the reality, and again I was going back down from the last bus. I had a kilometer walk to my home. So, in that kilometer walk, there are three signal pedestrian crossings and three or more unsignaled pedestrian crossings are there. So I crossed all of those without violating any signal or anything. But I didn't know how I did that, because I was not into myself. I was into swimming into the ocean of bliss. And even I tried to bring myself down when I was uh, crossing the main road, the tarmac, through the pedestrian crossing. I was trying to feel that how it feels like walking on a road, but I was not able to. I was like taken away. I was being carried away, and that entire night it continued, because in the during the fasting process, we sometime once or twice after evening we take sarbat and tea, and I prepared the sarbat and tea, but I hardly felt how I did and how I drank. It was totally like I was going through some kind of a possessed situation, or maybe it's kind of like I was drugged, and I was going through that experience almost throughout the night till I broke my fast. And generally in Diwalis, we don't sleep in the night, because back home there is a Kali Puja happening on that night. So that has a childhood connection as well.
Okay.
And this is something I really, and just only one thing I would like to add, that probably I read in books about samadhi. One is Savikalpa Samadhi, another is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Savikalpa Samadhi is where the sadhak loses the sense totally, and he doesn't even remember anything outside reality or whatever. But Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what is probably is close to what I experience, where like sadhak is there throughout is going around, he is doing his stuff, but he has he goes through an experience. Thank you.
Okay.
Pranam.
God bless you. Yeah. Anyone else like to ask anything or share anything?
Sir, hello.
Yes, Shweta. Yes.
Yes, I have already written as it was asked to share in group, and it was such a privilege to share in group. Though it may sound like a very small change, that my attitude changed automatically, like effortlessly, better to say, and towards life. So that brought out such a change in my life, that many small things which used to make me disturb for a whole day and months after months have nothing to exist anymore. So it brought a lot of energy in perseverance, and it brought a lot of peace. So thank you so much for that, and I feel connected with this group. Thank you so much, sir, for your love and all the support you give. And thank you, team, for being such a great and honest team. Thank you, everyone.
God bless you.
Rajdeep, I like to share. It's not
Yes.
about me.
Please go ahead.
It's about Sharmista. My changes, I've been challenged between the material, still being challenged between the materialistic and spiritual world. The days my energy is high, I'm there. But the days I don't practice Kriya and meditation, it's low again. I fight the materialistic world, it's back again. So I go in cycles. But I think what I like to share with everyone is about my wife, Sharmista. She religiously follows Rajdeep's instructions. Even when I go to bed, I see her doing the Kriya and meditation. And I kind of, I don't know how I ignore her almost. And I go to bed, I said, okay, I'll do it tomorrow morning. I don't have time to do it. But overall, I see a lot of change. She used to get panicked every now and then. And she used to complain of different health issues, and almost used to manufacture health problems, literally. And we went from situations about, and even some of the doctors couldn't find her. I diagnosed her entire from head to toe, couldn't find anything wrong, but she still complained. Now everything, I think I'm giving you the perspective in terms of even the physical health, right? She's not now not worried, not concerned, and she lives in a piece of tranquility, in truly speaking, which helps me. But at the same time, I wish I get there, but I'm not there yet. But I wanted to share that thought with you. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sharmishta, you'd like to say anything? Or Sam, do.
Just needed
Okay.
to say, but I'm always
God bless you. All right.
always my gratitude is towards you, and I always consider you as my like a spiritual healer and spiritual doctor as well. And I share with you sometimes, and I got results instantly. I got results after I reach out to you, and it happens like a magic. So I have immense belief in you, and I always have I pranam to Babaji, Mataji, and all the gurus of Guru Mandala, that to have you in my life.
Yeah.
And that's a great
Please.
blessing for me.
Yeah.
Thank
See,
you so much,
spirituality.
Rasdeep, for
God bless you.
everything.
Yeah. In general, I'm just sharing with everybody, spirituality is not about solving problems. What about the problem? We know three areas: our health, our relationships, and the money matters. These three, the karma works. It is not about solving problem. It is living a liberated life. That's is all about. It is not about okay, after coming to spirituality, I have solved 10 of my problems. Yeah, that is a sideline. That is not the main intention of that. You have to lead a liberated life. You have to enjoy the life you are living. No matter what, rest of the things will come and go. This realization, when it comes from within, then you are there. By the way, let me just clarify one thing. I have mentioned about your sense of security, about your job, your that what is the position and all. Reverse is not true. I'm not saying that if you get out of this, you will be, your sense of security will come. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the sense of security. Our understanding of security will change. I'm not saying that you get rid of the bank balance. No. Or resign from the job tomorrow. I am not saying that. Yeah? But it is our lesson we learned that those are not our true security. Just the lesson. Huh? Nothing to doing part of it. I'm saying just understanding that these are not our true security. That has changed. This is like if I start, eating vegetarian tomorrow, I will be enlightened. No, this is nothing to do with it's what you do. Okay, it is not that. Or if I meditate 5 hours in a day, so our progress will be very fast. No, it is something you associated with doing something or not doing something. It is good to do. You practice. It's okay. But what we wanted to achieve, we have to be there. We have to live it. That is the spiritual level. That is the spiritual understanding. No matter what, you are there. You are aware and you are there. And that is the liberated living. All right. Anybody else have any question? All right. Now we'll go to year 2022. So we will start with, it's a year 2022, as I intuitively get these messages, it is a year of Shakti, because I didn't get the true English word which can represent Shakti. It can be said as a power of divine feminine. We need to explain in English in more words. But the Shakti, that itself is a divine, defined in all these characteristics, what we are talking here. It is a feminine energy, it is a motherly energy, but it is the powerful. Shakti is the power. And also Shakti, Adi Shakti is originator of the pure love, which created the universe, of course, the human beings. Because originally, only awareness could not, or the Gyan Shakti, only that power or Ichha Shakti cannot create everything. They needed some power which is represented by the Shakti, the divine feminine. Divine masculine and divine feminine both are needed to create something. And the creative energy is pure love. So in that sense, we have been created out of pure love, the human being, I'm saying. That's why we called, I think many times I have mentioned it, human being is called Prema Sarupa, the manifestation of love. In this year, what will happen is, you will go back to that source from where you have been created to get the strength. You understand? You have gone through many things in the life. So many things have been taken away, and this and that, sense of loss, sense of this, and not going through the proper life and all these kind of things. This year, you will get all those things back, not the old one, but you will have a new one. You will build up with the power of pure love, the original creative power. From we also created by that power. And divine feminine will operate. I have also explained the Mother Earth, the vibration of Mother Earth has gone up to help you to do that, to create that. Understanding of this is the old way of working will not work anymore. The reason is the vibration has been shifted. Your communication method, the way you're asking something from the universe and receiving, that media has changed. To understand that, I give example of a satellite, communication satellite. used to have a communication with somebody in the distant area with using one satellite. It has got a certain frequency, it has got a certain bandwidth, and so on and so forth. It has to have a certain type of technology to connect. Now what happened is this technology of communication has been changed. Like suppose, let me give you old example. Earlier, for the making a long distance call, we used to have a telephone. We used to book a trunk call. Yeah, in our childhood days, we have seen they have to book a trunk call and you have to wait till the time they will give, and you will talk to somebody. The operator will connect and all these kind of things. And then we used to see in the railway line parallel, there are some, when telegraph cable is running miles after miles in parallel to the railway line. Through that, those communication was happening. Yeah. So from that landline technology, we have moved up to the mobile technology. Okay. So that technology will not work anymore. You cannot book a trunk call now. I don't think it should exist anywhere in the world anymore. But if you still book a trunk call and keep waiting for when the operator will call you back, never. You have already outgrown that. Same with the energy. Old method, old way of doing, even old way of practicing spiritual practices will no longer work. Old way of the masters, they are doing healing. Same healing technique will not work. Because what I call is that old, suppose it is an old satellite, that become useless. Maybe they have taken out and a new satellite has come. So no need to send signal to the old satellite. Send it to the new satellite with a new frequency, with a new technology, whatever, 4G, 5G, whatever you call it. 2G will not work. Landline will not work. Even the next version will not work. Now you have already, new satellite has been fixed on the sky. That's why in the last quite a few, last year particularly, many even in the who are in the evolved spiritually, they were complaining that earlier I used to channel healing, I used to do it as effect. Now I don't get any effect. Same technique. I was successful. Now it is not happening. No effect. So then you need to do that, to recalibrate you need a higher level of master who has an understanding of that. The energy has shifted, the new vibration. I have gone and personally did the recalibration of several people. They are spiritually evolved. They are not still practicing. They are not seekers anymore. They are healers. They used to heal many people. Now they said there is no effect. I cannot see there is an effect there. So there is a method we can do the recalibration of that. If I meet in future to you, I hope so, then we'll do that process, whoever is undergoing that. Remotely, I'll do whatever possible, but it needs some kind of energy flow so that you are in the sync with the higher vibrations. Yeah. So when you open that channel, then you will also vibrate and you will be able to connect. Otherwise, this thing will miss all the time. And this is what already happened last year. That is talking about the new birth. Rebirth means old satellite system is not working. You need to reconnect with the new satellite. Okay, so there are few changes will happen. Today morning also I have explained to you about during our this meditation and Kriya, we drink more water. Okay, at least during one session of the Kriya and meditation, you need to finish minimum half a liter of water. It is not about, it will be uncomfortable and feel heavy, or I may have to go to washroom. Doesn't matter. You go and come back 5 minutes. Don't go out of the mode, meditative mode. That's it. Nothing will happen. Yeah. Even if some meditation, some phone call come urgent, you need to take the call. Call it and then okay, and you can continue. Don't need to impose the military rule that I'm meditating, I cannot do anything. You can. You learn multi-point awareness. Okay. You can simultaneously do many things. Okay, so drop that idea that I already explained, that belief system need to be dropped, and those are the coming from the old belief system that is dropped. Even the idea that for meditation you have to sit down and all these things for 1 hour, it is not necessary as long as you are in the meditative awareness state. So those are the catching the new satellite and operate accordingly. So don't be on the old satellite systems. That communication will not work. Particularly if you're still further 20 years was back concepts that to get enlightened, you need 12 years of sadhana in the Himalayas and kind of things, and no longer work. Those are the old concept which is gone. We have to go into the new territory, and you have to write your own book. That's why in this particular time, the old method, the scriptures and those things will not work. I'm telling you right now. I will, one by one, when it will come, I will explain you how. So don't depend on those techniques. Something may be a good book. Something is written. That book may be written about 50 years back. Those methods written there will not work. The type of way it is in the expression has been given there, it will not work. Nothing wrong with that book. It was good for that time, but it will not apply now. We have shifted vibrationally, energetically, awareness-wise, and spiritually. We have evolved. The same thing will not work. A child is happy with a lollipop, but when you grow, the teenage will not enjoy a lollipop for sure. Okay. So you need to evolve that. What works for you? So same here. So you need to now learn and reconnect with that kind of technology, that kind of vibration. So I have written few points. Let me find so that I don't forget. Okay, it will be a new beginning, and it is this year will be seed of the greatest change in the humanity. 2022. It is not the change happened already. It is still in the process. In fact, let me share with you, it is the last year of the transition period. What was started in the 21st December 2012, that transition, this is the last year of the transition. And then from next year onwards, new things, you will be visually able to see that in the world. So as it is the last year of the transition, energy will be very intense because it is in the fag end of ending something. People who are holding the old one and they have utilized that for their benefit, they control people with that. They will not let it go so easily. They think that's all. How can I leave that? They will hold it. They will not allow, they say like a boat you are holding, you are not allowing to go. Okay. And because of that, but the boat wanted to go with the flow, but they are holding it. So there will be a lot of vibration and chaos. So in other words, this kind of polarity, this kind of extreme polarity, extreme views, this will continue for this year, unfortunately. Okay, we are not there yet. But we are almost at the end of it when that realization will come. And because all over the world, this kind of polarization has happened, this kind of energy, it will also contribute to a lot of natural calamities, earthquake, volcanoes, floods, and fire, forest fires and storms. All these kind of things will continue. We'll see that even more this year. Okay, no need to be scared. Only thing we understand that this will not work. We need to go back to our state of peace of mind, the peace. If I already taught that our peace of mind is the best state to be in. Unless until we are peaceful, how we can see in the external world to be the peaceful? But this year it will happen. We learn how to operate from the pure love. How to bring that peace in. Only we will do. Nobody else will do it for us. Okay. We will do. We learn how to live peacefully, how we learn to, the prosperity and growth through peacefulness and mutual understanding and be in love. A long time back, I think 5 years back, I was asking so-called tricky question to Babaji that if we are growing towards the golden era, why we don't see the progress, month by month, people are more into earning more, enjoying better, and why we are not seeing that? Then Babaji told that the physical wealth or money will not solve the problems of the humanity. Pure love will. Look for pure love, not the money. Money cannot solve. Even if you have it, you will not, have settle all the equations, but pure love can. You needed to spend any money, but your problems will be solved. And again, Guruji Prem Nirmalji, here also another, question he asked. Another, his message. So is that pure love is the solution. This is the answer. Now tell me, what is your question? What is your problem? Okay. This is another way of looking at it. Another way of sending the message of the truth. What I explained about that, Babaji, it will come here through the self-realization. It cannot be imposed. Through self-realization, you will understand that anything I operate from the pure love will sustain. Anything is not coming out of this pure love will go, because it doesn't have a power to combine it together. And that also reminds me one, song of Bhupen Hazarika, one line. I will translate. It's a Bengali version. I'm telling the line, but I will explain it in English also. প্রেমহীন ভালোবাসা বেশে বেশে ভেঙেছি নিজের ঘর. Means, I have spoiled my home by faking that I love you, love my family, and etc. There is actually no true love. It is a faking of that love that destroyed my home. So it is not about your status or earning or all those things. If there is no pure love, it will not sustain. The bonding will not happen. The relationship lessons also, what I have realized, I shared with you all. Relationship is all about, one of my teaching, self-realized, when direct experience I'm teaching, relationship is all about giving, not about taking. The day we realize that our relationships are there for us to give, and give only, without any expectation of return, that day we have graduated our relationship lessons. As long as you are in the give and take, no matter how logical it sounds, your lesson will not be complete. You have to come again to learn that lesson. I just meditated on what is the mission of my life, what is the purpose of life. Many times I got only 2 words: to give. That's it. And so, to give, you give knowledge, give, donate or money or time or service, just give. That's your purpose of life, and that's it. But on the process, I realized the joy of giving is of the highest order. No other joy can touch upon that than the joy of giving. And it will reach to its peak when your giving will transform somebody's life. Then the purpose of giving is served. Not a matter of giving and asking, where is my receipt? Okay. I need a document that I have given you. So that was the fighting. And that was the fighting is all about. It is not about that. So anyway, so let me come back to the topic that because of that extreme polarity and extreme upheaval, then many people will be thriving for peace. It becomes a necessity. There is enough of this kind of chaos. Through that, the solution will come. They will compel their head of their states to come to some agreement, some peace agreement, some kind of arrangement, rather than going into war and fighting and this kind of stuff. It may start with that, but end with some kind of, realignment of the relationships globally, because the people, they don't want that anymore. They want to live in peace. They don't want to be the best in the world. That sense will come from this. Okay, let me read the other points. More people will choose the path of love, the pure love, and lose the grip of fear-based life. We are still being controlled, many of us, by fear. As I said, the fear is an absence of love. So when, with the divine feminine power, that energy of love will operate from, the fear will automatically go away. What to fear about? Two ways it can happen. Once you are so much into this pure love, then fear cannot enter there. Or there will be some, he said, I have lost everything. I have nothing to lose. What to fear about? I give a damn, whatever the fear. In either way, you will come back to the same place. You will come back to that realization that I'll operate from pure love. You will choose love. And what is the ultimate of that? You be love. You operate from love. Not that choose means you are not taking love, giving love, nothing of that. So no doing. You be love. You express yourself with a pure heart. That's it. So in that sense, the last year, what he has done, it has come from the head or ego-based mind to the love, to the heart, so that you can operate from the feelings, not by information. Because information or manipulated, contaminated. You are not sure which information you are getting is true or not. Whether source is confirmed or not. There is no guarantee. So you will go into your feeling based rather than going into those informations that I already explained earlier. Next point is very important. Listen these things carefully. Yeah? This I'm giving you the insight of the energy. Yeah? We know, we have learned in the physics, or it is known, that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So total sum of energy is constant. Energy, I'm saying, I'm not talking the building and destroying something. The overall energy, I was talking about this pendulum, that it's come to the neutral energy, balancing energy, but overall energy is same. That means what I just said, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Only, yes, Chaitali, I'll come back to you. Energy can transform from one form to another. Yes, Chaitali, go ahead.
Guruji, please, can you repeat this once again?
Okay.
Energy. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. It is a fundamental understanding of energy that energy cannot be created or cannot be destroyed. Only what we can do anywhere in the universe, energy can be transformed from one form to another. If we burn some, say, wood, it generates heat and light and it becomes ashes, but it transforms this mechanical energy into some heat and light energy, and that's all. So all these things, the human being, when people die, it converts into go to Panch Mahabhuta, but this energy changes, but sum total of energy is same. So it cannot be created or cannot be destroyed. With this understanding, so two things is we have to understand: the awareness about the duality of the life. The purpose of duality is to bring you the opposite experience so that you can appreciate the other. I repeat, the duality experience by design has been given to the humanity so that when you undergo certain experiences, you appreciate that opposite. The absence of that will give you that value. If you are undergoing lack of, say, money, then you will appreciate the value of money. You will work for it, towards it, to get money. You are not loved, you will be yearning for love. So if you undergo hatred, you will appreciate love. If life has given some bad experiences, then you will appreciate the good experiences needed in your life. If something, so some of the body part is damaged, some accident happened, so you will appreciate the healthy of that body part. What is the usefulness of that? Isn't it? So this duality has been created so that by absence of something, you can appreciate presence of that. Okay, clear? That is the purpose of duality. Now, energetically look into it. Just be aware that means if I am undergoing sadness, then joy must be present. Otherwise, how can I face sadness? If something is destroyed, that means creation is there. It can be created. Otherwise, how the destruction itself will not work. If darkness exists, then light must exist. Isn't it? It proves that the opposite exists. So if we are in that awareness, that whatever, that we are missing, that absence part of it, if we experience that, then opposite must exist. Now in this year, what we learn is how to transmute the pain into joy. How we can transmute. See, beginning I told you energy cannot be destroyed, cannot be created. I am saying we will learn how to transmute the pain into joy. Same energy, it's a just different form of it. How we can convert darkness into light. How we can, convert the lack into abundance. How we can convert the unloved or hatred into love. Same energy, just different form, North Pole, South Pole. We will learn the technique how to change that. And that's how our life will get transformed. So this technique we'll learn. We need a lot of healing. The process takes a lot of energy. It will be given, it will be made available to us. Whatever energy is needed for this final transition, then we have the mastery to convert that. Already spiritual masters are teaching this, the detachment and things and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So this is all about that energy play. Life will not change, but this technique, how to transmute them into pure love, to align yourself with the truth, that you will learn. And we shall use this, and when we learn that, how to heal that. Heal means just transporting the negative into positive. Negative energy into positive energy, because again, energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, but we can technically convert negative energy into positive energy. Once we learn that, this process is called healing, to convert negative into positive, to convert lack of health into health, convert lack of resources into full of resources, lack of energy into full of energy, lack of money to abundance. All this we learn energetically, because these are the forms of energy. Once we learn that, that will change our health, our relationships, and our business. The three things when we suffer. What are the three things, karmic things we suffer? Relationship issues, monetary issues, or health issues. If we learn how to convert that negative into positive, all areas of life will be transformed completely. Make sense? The beauty is this you will learn this year. Or you can say we'll complete learning for us, not from anybody else, for our own. Give importance to yourself. You are not something to be sacrificed for. I already explained that when oxygen goes down in the flight, it is written, you have to wear your mask first, then help the child. Unless until you know how to convert this lack into abundance, the negative into positive, how will you change your life? It's all about the play of energy. Yes, masters will help you, but they cannot stay with you 24/7. You need to learn it. You cannot call your professor every time you have some issue in the professional life. Yeah? You need to learn and then apply. They may guide you 1 or 2 times. That's fine. So this is what we'll learn. And that will make, when it will go to the mass level, then paradigm shift will happen. Whole humanity will awaken. Everybody will be empowered with this tool of how to convert negative energy into positive energy. And that will have some massive effect on humanity. It will start next year, by the way. Effect 2023. And as I predicted long time back, year 2028, it will be fully settled into the golden era. Golden era does not mean the houses will be built by gold. No. The energy you will live will be golden. Out of pure love. The divine feminine will guide that. All motherly nature, whoever is operating from that level, they will be having high demand and they will be running the world. Not the masculine power, your money power, political power, or these kind of things. It will not run that world. That will run the world. Who are compassionate, who take care of the others, peoples, they will leading the world. And that, when it will be fully established, this kind of spiritual principles coming from your own truth, that will be the golden era. And to me, higher dimension, there is no time. So I'm not giving any kind of guarantee. It is just my idea that the way I plot the curve and projection, it should go into 2028. But there is no guarantee. It can be before or after. But the process will start in 2023. And 2022, as I said, it will be still intense. A lot of changes will happen. A lot of system will break down. Maybe financial system that, several new laws will come and old laws will go and things like that. These kind of things. That will happen. So now let me give you some kind of time-wise prediction of what you can expect. In January, it is a chaotic energy. Try to avoid any kind of major decisions in this period of time. Some decisions you may take now, you will repent later. Okay, try to buy some time so that you don't take that decision in the January. But of course, something, suppose you get a job offer, they say within 3 days, if you don't sign the, offer letter, you will not get the job, it will go to the next. So then sign and give it. But I'm not saying that compulsion. I said, if you have a choice, try to avoid taking any long-term decisions into this period. Things will start improving from energetically saying, I'm all this energetically. From February, it will start improving. Okay, it's a good time to do all those things. It will start improving. From August onwards, it will be very good time. From all different levels, you can actually see these things manifesting. Whatever will start in the month of August onwards will be lead you to the next year. Next year will be the wonderful new beginning. The transition will be over and the new phase will start going towards the golden era. So this is about that energetically understanding. As this process, let me see some effect of that. As there'll be need will be different. Again, let me give the analogy. As the satellite is different, many new techniques or new technologies will be developed, which will suit into the vibration level the Earth currently is in. You will see a lot of technological breakthrough, maybe in the medical sciences, transportations, communications, educational systems. A lot of new techniques will come. So in this, if you work with your creativity, be creative, you will be operating in a very high level. Get some creative solutions to anything, any issues you are facing in your life. It will help you. You're aligned with that energy. No matter what happens, as I said, that there'll be extreme polarity and intense energy. Try to be calm. Step away from this energy. Don't get dragged into all these things. Okay. If you need to support some cause, support it passively. Don't go onto the street for the protest. See, the energy is such, what happens is, it is like a mad horse running on the street. If you go to the street, horse will kick you. And for the recovery from that, It may take maybe 1 year. Try to avoid getting kicked. Just be calm. How to keep yourself calm? Don't take the ownership. It is none of your business. To make the world so-called right is the biggest addiction, that what is right, we run behind that and all these kind of things. Whatever you think right is an illusion. Understand the illusion. Don't go behind what is right you think. You say, I will play my role. I will not stop it. Neither I support it, nor take some neutral position. I have my view, opinion, hold the opinion, but no need to act on it, because whatever action you are going to take, you will repent it later. So basically, you learn how to keep your energy balanced. Don't get carried away with any emotion. And meditation and other techniques, what you learn, it will help you to do that. Okay? There will be massive awakening that I told you already happening on this planet Earth. And more people will seek spirituality and look for the truth, the ultimate truth. Enough of getting played by something, somewhere, somehow, willingly or unwillingly. They wanted to know what is the truth. And that will also be instrumental to bring them back into their self-realization. And that makes this awakening happen. So more and more people will at least inquire about the spirituality and try to get into this. Because other things always transactional. Spirituality is not. It is connection with your own soul. Okay, it's nothing to do anybody outside you. So you will go inside and get that. And through this process, the Great Awakening, this kind of cooperations, either in the global level, will come out. Now you may not think of that kind of thing. Maybe some of the countries or groups may be enemy for the years or decades. You will see the truths and they are coming to some understanding. You will never imagine that that kind of thing is also possible. But these things will happen. It will happen like a Midas touch. The magic will happen. And those will be happening this year and next year for sure. So, but at the same time, this, as I said, that old energy will be keep on posing challenges. So we have to go with the awareness and understanding to overcome that one. We cannot get stuck into that. But there will be some pockets, some areas will be still there holding that old energy pattern that will be there. I'm not saying overnight it will vanish. It will stay a few more years, but at least they will not have that kind of power to dominate our lives. All right. So now personally, what we should be doing, I already explained to you, we have to change a little bit of our, the way I will go, over the period of time, explain little by little. Like today morning, I introduced that you need to drink more water. Okay. 70% of our body is made of water. And now the basic fundamental energetic structure of our body has been changed already in the last 2 years. It has started in 2020 when we are in lockdown. So many things change, our sleeping pattern changed, many people have food pattern changed, and many things happened. Yeah? So that give time our body to change necessary things to hold the higher energy. Because where vibration is going high, our body needs to be accustomed into that one. So we gone through a phase when we are feeling mostly sleepy, very easily tired and things like that. Some phases less of sleep, sometimes oversleep, sometimes not having enough, not feeling like having food, and sometimes overeating and things like that. But those are ups and downs, and just a recalibration of the body is happening, because body is a it is in the gross physical level. So it takes time to adjust with that energy. So it is having its own intelligence, and it is doing it already. So some of them we are already there. Their body is fully fit for service for the next higher dimension, and some of them still in progress. There's nothing wrong in that. You must still have the phase of these kind of things. But where the body is going, this body is going to, which can, as I mentioned, which can hold more energy, more light, vibrate in the highest possible frequency. Why it's needed? Like I give an example of that. The telegraph wire can handle this many, maybe 10 calls at a time. And now we're going to the 10,000 calls in between, the two cities in one given moment. So you cannot handle that. You need a different technology. Okay. So same thing, it is happening here. So we are going to that. And for that, our instrument, the transmitter and receiver need to change. We have to change the different satellite, also the receiver and transmitter, which is physical body. Our physical body to run at that level, it has been, to be specific, if you wanted to know, it is just like biological cell structure has been converted into crystalline structure to hold more light. For that, to convert that, the energy which is used is a fiery energy. The fire element has been pushed into our things to change those things happen. The fire transforms. The heat can transform. Heat can cook our food. So use the heat to transform that. Now, once we reach there, it cannot be at that heat all the time. Now, food has been cooked. Maybe your food has gone to 150 degrees Celsius, or in the microwave, maybe 200, or something fried, maybe 300, oil fried. Food has been cooked, but you cannot eat the food if it is still in that temperature. We cannot get food right away coming from the oven and eat it immediately. We'll burn our tongue and things, mouth. So it needs to cool down. Food is prepared already. Our body has got the transformation. Fire element has been used to cook that and make that happen by the divine. We are already put into the higher vibration, the surface vibration. It is measured by the Schumann resonance. Schumann is the name of a German scientist. Anyway, those have been like a microwaved. But we now get out of the microwave and immediately cannot eat it. So you need to cool down. You need water. Two things. First, to cool down the fire elements so that we can restore that the water balance, the 5 elemental balance to operate at that level. Also, we will be now operating from the pure love. Pure love is the heart. As I say, that will be love in the feeling. Now that feeling need to be transported every cell of our body. That pure love. Each and every cell should speak about the pure love, emit the vibration of pure love. How your love will reach there? You will use our blood circulation system. For that, you need more water. When you practice anything, Kriya or meditation, drink more water. So that next, maybe in 15-20 minutes, it gets circulated all over your body. Some of the effect will be instantaneous, so that you can sustain that wherever you achieved. And you can continue from there. So today, my just practical advice is, during one session, you must be able to finish at least one 500 ml bottle of water. And when we do the Om chanting and Guru Vandana, then we charge this water and drink it during this process, so that this becomes a holy water. And this will be circulating all over your body. No excuse that, oh no, I have to go to washroom. And nonsense. It's an old concept. If you have to go, you go. Take a break 5 times. No need, it's okay. There is no rule that you have to attest straight, you sit down for 2 hours. No. Okay. So break those kind of conditionings. Drink more water. And then it will make your body to resonate with that external vibration, your own practices, and you can sustain that kind of energy all along. This year, little bit of I like to share from something energetically. The direction of the energy has also a little bit changed. Okay. This year, north will have the highest vibration. North, direction north. North, and maybe if suppose you are facing towards north, will have the maximum vibration coming. And north is also the direction of the prosperity. If you meditate facing towards the north with the Kuber Mudra, the Kuber Mudra, 3 fingers together like this and hands on your lap. Yeah, this is called Kuber Mudra. Should I show it again? First 3 fingers together, fold the other 2, make it vertical. Hands on your lap. This is a Kuber Mudra. So earlier, what was given that you have to face towards the east. That is for the energy of the Kundalini awakening. But this year, it will be very much beneficial to attract the prosperity, the abundance, to vibrate that high level if you face towards the north. Okay. North part of your house will be energetic. And also, make sure you don't do any kind of modification in the north side of your home this year. Don't break anything in the north side, particularly northeast. So this type of thing that you have to be careful, and that is the more energetic. I'm just sharing some views of that energetically, how it will play out. And and also it is southeast is also good side for your creativity. I was already telling that this is the year of creativity. More and more creative ideas will come, creative solutions will come. That creativity can come more in that southeast corner side of your home or room or whatever you leave it. So for the creativity, southeast corner, for the abundance, prosperity, and growing towards the north. Same is about the business and travel and things like that. Okay. Towards that, north will give more prosperity. And the west and southwest will not be so much energetically. And this is my just some kind of energetic the understanding I'm just sharing. But once you understand, you can go with your own feeling, because it is just in general. But always, it all depends upon how I'm vibrating. What is my personal vibration? Based on that, it will be reflected. So what I'm saying is, if you vibrate high, then these things will not matter much. Face any direction doesn't matter. Okay. But if you want to take help of that vibration already available, then you go into all these things. So be creative, learn to operate from the pure love, and be peaceful, calm, no matter what happening outside world. That is the key to pass through this year. With this, I will conclude this session, learning session and New Year message for 2022. So now we will go for our Shanti part, and we'll conclude with that. So we'll just take that energy. If there's any question, etc., we can discuss in the next session, or you send me by in the group. I will answer them. But for now, we will go for our Shanti part, and then we conclude with for this today's session. All right. Sarvesham swastirvavatu. Sarvesham shantirvavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhagavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Mangalam. That completes our session today.